And one of the first pieces of kit that I actually made was my own cooking pot. Hey everyone, I'm Mike and welcome back to the channel. I wanted to check out some of my gear that maybe I can let go of after all this time, and I came across something I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to take it back out and start using it again, but I thought it'd be a great way to put a video up to show people how simple it is to even make some of your own gear. And one of the first pieces of kit that I actually made was my own cooking pot. And no, it's not this one. It's this one. This is my first piece of kit I actually made when I was ready to go out there and start venturing in the outdoors, especially when I wanted to start stealth camping. Because remember, I wanted to see if I liked it, guys. I pretty much knew I was going to like camping, but as far as backpacking and stealth camping, I wanted to get gear I could take with me, something I didn't have to spend a lot of money on, because I was just getting my teeth grinded, getting my feet wet, and I looked at a lot of gear online, a lot of cooking kits. So I thought, you know what, I could probably make something like that. And that's where I made this baby right here. Now this whole thing cost me 99 cents, and I actually got it at a Goodwill over a decade ago. Now, what I did was that I went out searching for this type of platform, something with a lid that would enclose over a good base that would give me a nice amount that I could either boil water in or cook something in, and that would also allow me a little bit of storage inside to put my gas canister and anything else I wanted to put in there. Now, since I've already made it, it's already made, I'm going to show you what it looks like now, and I'm going to take it all apart, show you guys how I made it, put it back together. It's really simple, but I'm hoping this helps someone out there right now who may be just getting their feet wet into the outdoors and maybe want to try making a piece of kit. I recommend everyone try making their own kit somewhere along the line, because it'll start you thinking outside the box when you're out in the woods. And I know a lot of us are like that we're outside the box thinkers, and it helps you come up with solutions to problems, either when you're hiking or you're at your campsite. And it helped my wife and I out many more times than I can count, that out of the box thinking when you're like miles in on the trail and one of your pieces of kit breaks or something goes wrong. This right here gave me a nice lid, and it's flexible. The handle's pretty flexible if I wanted to. I made it big enough that, you know, I could hang it and it would boil whatever or cook whatever I needed to cook inside. It does have a good handle on top that has never gotten hot on me. I can say that I've only had this thing about half full. I liked the stainless steel that I found because it has cleaned up excellent over the years. And I'll show you inside. That's basically it. It's just a basic one-wall design stainless steel container. It was probably a flour container or something like that. Somebody bought probably a whole, you know, this was probably the middle one. They had a bigger one or smaller one, but that's it. And it closes and seals great. Now, when I was first using it, I thought about maybe putting a couple of drainage holes up here, but I think as time progressed and I realized, you know, I'm hooked, I'm loving this. That's when I started really going berserk on buying more and more gear. But I'm going to be taking this out real soon because I just want to reminisce and show you guys that making your own kit works. I hope this helps someone out there. I really, really do. You know, money in these days, as tight as it is, and the price of everything is going up. And if you can find something like this, you may even have this in your house right now. Maybe it's something you're going to get rid of, but you can make something for camping that you could actually use. So enough talking, guys. I'm going to reverse engineer this and show you how easy it is to make. This is the pot, how I picked it up from Goodwill. It was just a stainless steel container, which, you know, I'm not sure what anyone used it for, but it was a great steal at 99 cents. And I knew it was big enough for me to put my gas container in. So the first thing I did was I grabbed the lid and I drilled a hole in the top. And you can see that it was not center, it was just right there. So I took an 1/8 inch drill bit and I just drilled right through it. That was the first thing I did. Nothing big, nothing fancy. And then this right here, which is funny, this right here is an old cabinet knob, doorknob. And I mean, this thing is old. I usually have a I usually have a junk container, which I keep anything extra like this in case I need it in the future. And it served its purpose for this. And this right here, if anyone has done work around their home, this is a brass water line fitting that used for behind a refrigerator when you hook your water line up. I'm very familiar with that, done that many times over the years, and I always keep the brass fittings. after I drilled it through, because the drill diameter was exactly the same as the screw, all I did was check the thickness. Now, the thickness on this little lid is not even an eighth. It's probably 3/16. But what I did was, I used this as the buffer. So what I did was put the screw through here. Then I screwed it through the hole that I made, lined it up. And it may take a little bit to get that started, but once you get it started, it takes right off. And this little pot is very effective. So if you found something nicer than this, maybe, I don't know, you could find anything that somebody might donate to a thrift store. But it doesn't take a lot. It does not take a lot. And I got a lot of fires out of this little thing, and it cleaned up nice. I think it's because it's stainless steel, it cleaned up so well. Plus I cleaned it as soon as I came home from every camp when I was stealthing, but it did work great. So I would just tighten this up. And it's very tight. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's very effective. And I have a nice handle for that lid. Let's put that aside. And now that the lid was done, all I did was grab the base, put the lid on, just to check. And I made sure when I drilled my holes, they were below the lip. That way I can close it when I'm heating things up. And all I did again was, took my drill, drilled through, directly across to the other side. I did the exact same thing. That was it. Then, this was some old wire I had laying around at the time. Since then, I keep spools of this, and this was nothing but eyeballing it. I didn't do anything particular. I didn't measure it, nothing fancy. And that's how I left it, because if you ever pay attention to paint buckets or anything like that, that's how the wires are inside. And usually they have a little ball on the end to keep them from coming out of the holes, but I didn't care if it did come out. And it's as simple as doing that, doing that. And there you go. I have a nice, or I had, because I haven't used it in several years, but I did find it going through some of my kit this past weekend, and it brought back a lot of memories, and it's still in great shape. And I think I'm going to bust it out on a camp soon, just to show everyone how good it works. And, you know, I would heat something up in it and hang it if I needed to. And when I wanted to, I could just pour it out. But a lot of times I just use this for food and things of that sort. But I did boil water in it a couple times. And also, besides my canister of gas I would put in there, I would put anything that was fire related. Sometimes I put a small fire kit bag in there. But it does make a nice little storage option and gives multiple uses when it's with you in your pack. So there you go. A 99-cent cooking container. Thrift stores really do come in handy. And I recommend, if you haven't tried making some of your own kit, to at least try to make one or two things, because you might come up with an idea of something that you might need specifically or might work better for you that's probably not on the market. And hey, you might get lucky and invent something to make you some extra money. So there you go. It's not very complicated, but guys, it is efficient. Please share this with someone who may be looking for some kind of gear or something to have some fun with, a lantern out of certain things that are plastic. All that out-of-the-box thinking, guys, just keep stirring it on. But this little kit is amazing. I'm going to be using it soon, like I said earlier. Plus, since I got into that container of all my early gear, I'll probably put some up on the channel soon, guys, just to share with you. I did make an alcohol stove really early too. It was right around the time I was making this, but I can't find it. I wish I could find that alcohol stove. I made it out of a beer can, I think. I think it was a beer can I made it out of. It could have been a soda can, but I'll bet it was a beer can. And if I find that, I'll put that up. I'm not going to show a video how to make it because it is detailed. And honestly, I really don't remember. I know how rolling the lid and drilling the holes and all that, but I didn't like the alcohol platform, although I do have a couple of Trangia stoves. Yeah, I think I have 2 Trangia stoves. To each our own, guys. All of us hike our own hike and camp our own camp. But I do have those, and I did make them. So there you go. You can make your own kit, something as nice as this, and something that works. And it's really cheap. Thanks again, guys. I'll talk to you again real soon. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed now, you know what to do. Click the button. There you click it. There you go. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye for now.